Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Just Live Sports. I'm your host, Ted. We're back again for episode 3 of the new podcast on YouTube. To the left of me, I got Colin Brown. He's been here before. You guys know him. All the way to the left, I got Rex. Also, Colin, but we're just going to roll it, Colin and then Rex because then it's just going to get too confusing. So just understand how the viewers know. But this is also how we know, too. So I'm not just walking around saying Colin. You guys just both turn to me and look at me like I'm crazy. But anyways, um, today we're actually not talking about sports. Crazy enough, we're gonna talk a little bit about conspiracy theories. Yeah, how you guys feeling about that? A little bit of conspiracies.
I got a conspiracy about Rex because I don't think he's a real person.
You think he's a robot?
Yeah, he's definitely a bot. He's got some screws loose. We gotta
That
fix him.
that's pretty crazy coming from you, but I don't know. Maybe we can come to that conclusion today. Maybe the world will know.
Anyways, I know we've been doing a lot about sports, but yeah, I kind of talked about when we started this podcast that I wanted to do, other things. So I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about this. I mean, I got a lot on my mind. Um, I know a lot of people do these podcasts about conspiracy theories, but we want to talk about stuff too because, of course, everybody has their own opinion, and we want to voice our opinions, of course. So I guess we can hop straight into it. The first thing I kind of want to talk about is the JFK assassination. Kind of about we never know who really did it. Um, a lot of people say it was government related. It was excuse me, CIA. Um, you know, like people literally just in our government, but it was also
Well, they
you know
did catch somebody and kill them for it.
yeah,
They
but
claim that it was them, but
and
we
then
don't really know.
it was also wasn't there like a theory that it was like multiple people too though?
There's a ton of
Yeah,
theories, but
there's
like I don't. So they arrested Lee Harvey Oswald, uh, and he came out. I'm pretty sure he came out and claimed that he did it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I believe so. He was yes.
and yeah, this was on live TV too. Crazy.
Yeah, there's like you ever seen like the pictures of the back seat of like his brains like all over like the
Yeah,
back seat? Yeah,
disgusting.
like he got and I forget what rifle he was shot with, but it literally like took like a piece like of his head off, like literally like half of his head.
blew his brains out.
Mhm.
And his wife was sitting there right next to him.
Yeah, which is crazy, but like the Kennedys like getting elected was like such a huge thing and like even today like obviously like you still know the Kennedys is such a big name and you know obviously they're higher up people and the Kennedys like still have money obviously, but Robert Kennedy who just endorsed Donald Trump, the guy who's going to be a part of our health department and like take care of like all the, like the pesticides and all that stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that goes into our food and everything. I think he's a pretty good dude, but besides the point, um sorry, a lot of ums here. I'm trying to just think about what I was going with.
You were talking about how there was like people think two people shot at him.
Yeah, two people
Uh,
shot at him, but he
yeah, I
was
just saw United States House Select Committee on Assassinations. They looked into this case like a whole. They thought the FBI investigation was flawed because the FBI concluded that he was the only person who shot him, Lee Harvey Oswald, and so they looked into this and they investigated, and they when the stuff that they found, they said that there was a high probability that two gunmen fired at him, and
yeah, because I thought it was multiple shots taken.
at least four shots were fired. High probability that two gunmen fired at him.
And I thought it was is and the gun I believe was like something that took like a long time to reload.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the conspiracy on that. But what I was trying to say was the Robert Kennedy thing. He like firmly believes that um JFK was killed by the CIA. Like that's what he says. But there's files that have been kept from the public and his family.
Yeah, and
Files have been kept from everybody.
yeah, and Trump
No, yeah,
said
100%.
Trump did say one of his first goals as president is to release like every single one of the Kennedy files from like to the public.
Yeah, which is it's gonna be crazy, dude. Like, and we were just talking about this right before the podcast. A lot of things are kept from the public that for our sanity and like for sakes of like we don't have things happen like out in the streets and cities and everything, but something should like be public records to the public because people should know about these things and what goes on in our country. So I believe that for sure. But you think it was two gunmen? You think it was one? I mean, who do you think set him up though? Like, I, at the time, I know they said there was a lot of people like a lot of people wanted him dead though.
I definitely think that it was a inside job. I don't know how they executed it, but I definitely do think.
I think that the dude that they caught and killed for it, I think they had him hired. Right? Get this. They had him hired. But when they arrested him, they didn't want him to be able to sit in jail and be able to tell the world, tell anybody outside of jail
So they killed him.
that exactly.
Okay. So you think they were basically like, yeah, we're gonna pay you to do this hit. You're gonna still have to go to jail, but basically like we'll keep you alive and we'll like look after you and like we'll
take
pay
care
you
of
and
your
everything.
family, everything.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
And they basically, just what is that like called though? Like you pin somebody, the scapegoat. You're like the scapegoat in it.
What would that be considered? I don't know.
I think the scapegoat.
Would it be?
I think so.
you're right.
I would say
That's a
so.
good word.
Let's ask the smart person in the middle of this. What do you think? Scapegoat?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a confident answer, but I mean, yeah, we'll roll with it. Anything else? We kind of gotta touch up on the JFK. I mean, I don't know. Like, I just think it's inside job. I think it was the government that really killed him because there was so much going on in the world, and I don't know. I also like seen that like Fidel Castro could have been involved. Like there was like other like foreign people. Like it was during that time as well. Like I don't know what the actual like crisis was called or the war or anything. You gotta look this up. I don't
That
know.
was
The Cuban War.
yeah.
The Cuban War.
I thought that was longer than that.
No, that was the Cuban War. Was after.
See, there's been so many wars that like it's kind of hard to keep track.
The Cuban War was right after World War. Oh no. I guess not.
Yeah, it was.
The Cuban Missile Crisis. My fault.
Yeah.
Cuban Missile
Yes,
But that was
yes.
even before that.
That was.
But it was around the same
1962.
time.
That was 1962. And
Oh no, a little. No,
JFK
never mind. Sorry. You said 1980. Never mind, my
JFK
fault,
was
G.
assassinated in '63, so
Yeah,
right at
my
the
fault.
time of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was
You
right. I was right. I don't know why I was doubting myself. I thought I heard like 30 years ahead. I was like, oh no, that doesn't make any sense. But never mind. Thanks for clearing that up for me. I was right. It's 1 point for me. On the board. You feel me?
Yo, bringing back up like files and things that Trump wants to like
Put out there.
Yeah, like put out there.
Unleash.
There's like a lot of other people like Epstein.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that he
dude. The
wants to
Epstein
let
list
that
is gonna
go.
come out.
That'll be like the
Oh,
government.
the public.
Yeah,
Oh
that'll
yeah,
be,
but
like all about the government and how they're all like.
But you also have to think, like we were saying, not to get off track, but every famous and rich person is low key connected somehow. Like if you're powerful, you are powerful. Like that's like you're all gonna know each other somehow, some way. But
And most people, like, most people do things that, like, to become famous, you got to do some
Yeah.
things that you.
Probably don't want to do.
Yeah.
and when that Epstein list comes out, I mean, there's gonna be so many people in there.
Oh yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Same with
not people you're gonna expect, and like not everybody is there for like I wouldn't say not everybody was there for the wrong reasons. Like some people were just there either like to visit or you were just powerful enough or like knew the people. You feel me? And like just took the trip. Like I don't know. I don't think everybody was like on the island to like do some
Yeah.
criminal activities with kids.
Uh,
But yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna say all that, but I mean, yeah, that list is gonna be insane.
have,
Wait till you see
Uh,
the Diddy list.
I was gonna say that.
The Diddy
The
list.
Diddy list.
The fact that they broke into that man's house and found all that baby oil, and it was
What
and
do
you
you need that?
no, but no, but it was laced with a certain thing where it was like when you put it on your body, it makes you like delirious and like kind of like you're like kind of like out of it. You're really foggy and don't know what's going on, and like you're not gonna remember like the night before. Like eventually you just like pass out. It's called like something like eight. You gotta look it up. Look it up
Really?
real quick. But it's called like HGB. I believe they put it in like he literally like put it in the oil and like you would rub it on your body and like it would make you like feel some type of way. I forget what it was called, but Diddy's bodyguard like came out with it
Yeah.
like on like a podcast or something. It's allegedly laced with
GHB.
GHB. Thank you. I had the letters mixed up.
Damn.
Yeah, it was basically laced with a rape drug, which I think it's gonna say something about makes you delirious or something. I was reading this a while ago, but yeah, crazy enough. I mean that's really the reason why he had so much.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And he would throw
I
it.
didn't know. I didn't know it was laced.
Oh, dude, he was getting down.
He would use the same drug in drinks served at his parties.
Crazy work.
Yeah, no.
There's no party like a Diddy party, like LeBron James would say. The GOAT,
King James.
King James. He popped out to the Diddy parties. Like, was he doing that?
I
Like,
don't know.
No, he had to take the kids home and get them to bed.
Bronny?
He didn't stay for the after party.
No after party.
If you stay at the after party at the Diddy party, you stay too long.
The Diddy. Yeah, so basically he put some, lace stuff in there. Yeah, the more you know, dude. I like was really surprised when I found out about that. And I was like, but that makes sense on why he had like so much of it because like no normal person, like even if you're a freak, dude, like you're not having like that much. Like what's the point even if you're rich? Like you're gonna 1,000 bottles?
Use all that.
1,000 bottles? What is wrong with you?
Like all the like stuff you've seen over the last few years of like people getting exposed in Hollywood and stuff, where like literally everywhere. It's like a new thing every week. You see like someone in Hollywood getting exposed. Like Hollywood's like a dark place.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Like what do you think about like the thought of like celebrities will like sell their soul to become famous?
Yeah.
And like you see these people pop up out of nowhere. Like they'll be famous over one night. They post one
Yep.
TikTok, they're famous the next day.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
And I
definitely believe
I
that.
definitely believe in selling your soul or like yeah, I definitely believe in like selling your body or like selling your soul. Like I 100% believe in that. Um just cuz we've literally like seen it like people like literally like praise like the devil. And it's like weird like I mean, you don't have to like believe in God or like believe in like, all that stuff, but to like praise him and like do like
Yeah.
I don't know, like it just seems weird. Like maybe like you really did have an interaction with like a different spirit because spirits are a thing. So who knows? I got no clue.
That's that. I'm on the
We
same
went
page
from
as
we
you.
went from Diddy to
That's-
spirits.
Yeah, this
yeah,
one's gonna go.
crazy.
this is gonna be like bouncing back and forth to the most random things ever, dude.
Gotta
Oh my god.
move on.
Yeah. Yeah, we're moving on right now. Another thing I wanted to bring up was George Bush and his scandal of being president. And the kind of things that he went through during his presidency and the 9/11 thing and I forget what building they were breaking in basically, but they got caught. What was the building they were breaking in and like deleting files or taking files?
Where was that? I don't even know about that.
Bush.
Mm-hmm.
It was some. Look it up real quick. Some building, I believe, that they were looking for files, or they were looking for some type of thing. But basically, like, it was people like that they hired or something. It's like a government building. Unless I'm
The
thinking,
Pentagon?
no, you can't break
Think
into the
of it.
Pentagon. I have to be.
This, I've never even heard about
Um,
this.
what the Watergate scandal?
That was Nixon.
Nixon, sorry. Was that though? Them breaking into the thing? Was that the Watergate? Dude, sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Throwing everybody off. Unbelievable.
Yeah, breaking into and planting listening devices in the Democratic National Committee headquarters.
Yeah, that's what it was. Sorry, I was thinking of Nixon. I went from Bush and 9/11 to Nixon. Sorry. Anyways, that was just something I wanted to talk about too. It's not really a conspiracy, but I mean the 9/11 conspiracies we can talk about because it basically led to war on terrorism and led to troops being deployed in different places and basically us losing a lot of people from our country and us killing a lot of people as well. So that was a huge thing. We basically went to war after like with the terrorists in the world and like Iraq and like Afghanistan and all that stuff with Osama bin Laden with the 9/11. But what are you guys' thoughts
It
on
changed like
9/11?
it changed like everything. Like you could literally walk on a plane with a weapon. Like that sounds wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a damn thing anymore.
no, like thinking about it, like back then, like that's literally how it happened, and like now, like
Now,
you you cannot walk through an airport with
metal in your
anything on you,
pocket,
dude.
yeah.
Anything, dude. You couldn't put it
Can't
in
have
your
a liquid.
shoe. You couldn't put it between your butt crack. Like you're not smuggling anything. There's no way in hell. Like it just because just right after that they were like, you can't. This can never happen again. Like it was just a terror. I mean, it affected obviously the country for the next decade to 15 years, and it still affects people who lost loved ones and friends in there and everything. But
I see tons of videos all the time that people from buildings across watched when the plane hit
yeah,
before it hit the building. The people from like a couple buildings across that were watching it seen the building blow up right in the middle before the plane even touched it.
wow,
Yeah, that's what a lot.
Meaning
So
that
that's
like that, and I see videos all the time that people say that they put bombs inside the building
yeah.
and da 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 to help it collapse.
yeah, and
That's
there
like
was
the main conspiracy. Is that like
a bomb inside.
yeah,
Well, there is a video of the first plane crashing. And then it was like 4 minutes later, like another explosion happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very well possible, like 100%.
I believe it.
And the people that like literally like knew they were gonna die, and like you couldn't even like get down, and people like were like literally jumping, just like accepting their fate and just jumping off and
'cause
just
they'd rather
hitting the
not-
sidewalk. Yeah,
rather not burn to death, and they were just jumping.
yeah, which is that's insane to think about. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it's that or burn.
I mean, yeah,
I would-
you're
I
not.
would
Yeah,
jump.
I would jump too. I'm not burning because you jump from that far. I mean, you're not. You're instantly dying. It's not like
You're not feeling it.
Oh no, you're not feeling that.
You know what I
Think-
find crazy?
You think?
Oh, you got it. You got it.
You think? All right. So say in a situation like that, right? When say you jump off of a building, and like you're falling, like in their perspective right now, you're falling, and you have that minute drop, like you're just falling to your death for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think in that minute you're just like your whole life's just like all your memories are coming back and just like flashing in your face before you like.
No, I think
Because
I-
like you know at this point there's no you and your body knows there's no point of you surviving.
I
now.
think like your body just goes into like shock. Like a lot of people like. I think I feel like this is a thing where like if you were like falling from a height like that, a lot of people would just like have a heart attack in
Yeah.
the air because you
Before-
know you're about to die.
Yeah, you're
Mm-hmm. Like kind of like die.
You just black out.
Yeah,
right.
just like literally die before you actually like die.
Yeah, because your body just knows you're cooked.
Yeah, that's actually insane to think about. I hope I never have to experience that because
Yeah,
I
no.
don't. I'm low key afraid of heights. So, well, you're also not going to see me in a big building. So, like, I could never work like in a skyrise or something like in an
So
office.
you would never go
20 stories
skydiving.
No, you couldn't.
nothing
You
special
couldn't
past
pay
20
me to go skydiving.
I would go skydiving. I would do it once.
I would go. I would go skydiving like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I'm like 50 years old. So like I already like completed life
That
almost.
makes sense.
You completed them.
Yeah, and I feel like it. If I feel like if I die, like I feel like I did enough. You know?
That's not a bad idea, actually.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's valid.
I'm definitely not skydiving before that though. Yeah, you couldn't pay me to get on that plane. Like I'm alright to take a plane. I'm not scared of planes. I can like look down at a plane and be like, oh, that's cool. But like I couldn't jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
You probably have to push me, honestly.
What, to get out the plane?
Yeah. Like I'd be really scared to get out the plane. That high up with somebody
I
on my
feel like-
back attached to me.
But like once you started falling and like you like felt like you were cool. Like once the parachute hit. you were
Yeah.
cool.
Bro, what if you
No. Like
what
once
if you
the
jump out of the plane and you have your parachute, but when you jump and you feel all the wind, parachute just fucking flies off you, bro. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've seen
I'm
videos
afraid
of that shit.
I'm like, mm-mm.
or like, you know how like, if your first like pull like doesn't work, you have like the emergency one. Like if your first one doesn't work and then your second one doesn't work, you're really cooked.
Yeah.
Like at least they put an emergency one on there, but I would need like 4 emergency ones just in case. I'd be terrified, but I guess we'll see when I'm 50.
All right, so we going skydiving for Ted's 50th birthday.
Great, let's write that down so we remember. It's gonna be that's 30 years. That's crazy to think about. I hope 30 years doesn't go by that fast. That'd be crazy.
Next thing you know, you sitting on the edge of an airplane about to jump out.
No. Anyways, going back to the towers of 9/11. And you see like another conspiracy theory about like people thought it was like a hologram.
No.
Like, dude, it was like some stupid theory I seen like a really long time ago. Like, people basically thought like the planes like flying in was like a hologram, and it was just the bombs. But like, I don't know how that could be like that could be possible. I think that would be like really stupid because there's like videos and everything. Project Bluebeam. Oh my god, I seen that the other day on TikTok.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot too.
And how they want to like, I don't even understand.
I think it's like something that they want to pretend like with holograms that there's like aliens or whatever.
Yeah, like attacking us, and then they're gonna bring down the one god,
Yeah.
and like we're all gonna be like underneath like one religion, like under him, and like he's supposed to be like our savior. Like where did this bull appear from, and why is he saving our Earth from the aliens? I'm so confused. Like what?
What's this song called?
It's Project Bluebeam.
I've never even heard
Look
of
it up real quick. It's called Project Bluebeam. It's I don't understand it, but it's basically like all these people like working together and like trying to send something up into the sky, like a beam that like takes across the entire Earth, and it basically is a hologram of like aliens like and these creatures like invading us and like taking our world, and then like this one guy is supposed to show up apparently. I swear this is like a part of it. Like some dude is supposed to like show up and like save us all, and then like he's supposed to be like, oh, we're like bow down to him, like he's like Jesus or something.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna have to dig deeper into this.
dude, it's so weird. You gotta look into it.
Yeah.
It's very very weird. Um,
That's what I heard too. So
dude, so weird. What's it called? Another thing I wanted to talk about was, you ever heard about like Antarctica and like, obviously like, nobody goes there, but you know there's a map of basically every country, their flag in all around in a circle basically on the map of Antarctica, and every single country is somewhere, and then there's tunnels that basically lead to the inside of like Antarctica, and it's supposed to be like um somebody flew down there. I forget his name exactly. You can like look it up, it'll probably tell you, but basically like flew down there and saw like a whole different world, and it was like not it was not ice. It was basically like this glamorous and like shiny like world, and it was like not humans. It was like extraterrestrial, like aliens or something basically. But this dude flew down there, like inside Antarctica, and it was like this entire world. Like it was like something insane. And you have to think Antarctica was not always an icy climate. They had a plate slip, and they basically were like this beautiful island, and then the plate slipped, and then they became a freezing place, and there had to be people living on that island before, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Because they found that place.
right.
So basically says the dude flowed down, and basically like NASA like bought into like Antarctica and everything, and like they did this like peace treaty with like all the countries, and like now like the scientists are like down there like every single day, like from every single country, all working together, like trying to like, I don't know like what's down there. We don't know what's down there. It's like it's kept from us, but it could be, you know, other a species of life that we don't know about. It can be an entire world. It can be money. Like, you don't know. I have no clue. But
Yeah, advanced civilization.
does it tell you? Does it tell you the dude who flew down there? Sorry, I just messed your mic up a little bit. I'm trying to look up the dude who flew down there.
Search dude who flew.
Dude who flew
Scientists
down.
who explored Antarctica. Look, I'm about to find him. No, this is not the dude. What happened to the scientists that went to Antarctica? Oh. Why can't you fly over Antarctica? No, who's the famous explorer
Why
from
can't you
Antarctica?
fly over Antarctica?
Basically because they don't want you to see the giant hole. They don't want you to see the hole.
What
So
are they?
do you
What's
think
their
past-
excuse?
Alright,
That's what I'm
so-
saying. Okay, so let me
so
let me
let me ask you.
I'm gonna try. I'm trying to find the map.
What's past the hole? What's past the hole you're talking about? Do you think there's more land and more civilizations past that are on this earth?
I want to show you.
Because people still talk about the ice wall. People say there's an ice wall.
So this is a map of all the countries basically who are on Antarctica right now. I mean, you could zoom in. Like, obviously, you can't like see the names of them, but
Yeah.
like, basically they're all around, and they're this one thing in the middle. They're all looking for, and you're not allowed to fly over it because they don't want you to see the hole and what's beneath the actual like surface of it. So I don't know who's the dude. Scientist who
I never heard of
flew
that, dude.
So he
inside.
flew into the
He
middle.
like literally like flew inside. Richard Evelyn Byrd Jr. Largest volcano. He's found a volcano in Antarctica, and basically found a mysterious Antarctica base. Secrets in the ice. Flies over the South Pole. So also, another thing is that they've been lying to us this whole time. I forget what it was, but basically, like someone said, like the South Pole is actually the North Pole, and the North Pole is actually the South Pole.
So everything's upside down.
Everything is upside down in Antarctica, and they tell us like it's opposite. Like you know how like you're like, oh, Santa's from the North Pole. Nah, Santa from the South Pole. Santa don't bang with the North.
So like,
That
so
makes.
like,
All right, go ahead.
New York's actually below us.
Well, I don't know how like
Are you saying like the whole Earth?
no
is
like I'm
flat?
just saying like Antarctica in general.
Oh.
I don't know how it is like for you know yeah, but Admiral Richard Byrd, mysterious Antarctic base. Let's see what it says on here. Oh no, this is a YouTube.
Maybe when you go inside the Earth,
No.
gravity changes.
No, but basically like what they said was like it's like it was just a whole nother like um dimension basically. Like they thought it was like a whole nother world. What is inside Antarctica? All right. Well, clearly it doesn't tell you.
There's like a thing of like there's underground lakes in Antarctica that people are trying to discover.
Look, the Antarctic Treaty. Well, would you guys explore it? I mean, you're not allowed to go there, but
There ain't nothing
100%.
there.
I'd go there.
What you sleeping in?
I'm finding me a little extraterrestrial shawty staying.
okay. So look, established December 1st, 1959. The dude basically explored it. 1958, he flew over it, and then NASA got involved in the Antarctic Treaty and related agreements, collectively known as the Antarctic Treaty System, regulate international relations with respect to Antarctica, Earth's only continent without a native human population.
Yeah, so that was basically like everyone came together and said like,
Yeah, and we want to explore this together.
yeah, like no one actually lives or that we know of, but like there's no like population of Antarctica,
Yeah, exactly.
so no one.
We're definitely not going to live there.
No.
But my point being, from like what I said earlier, is that they were once like Antarctica was once not like a snowy, mountainy region where like it was like breaking off like into like the world. It was they had a plate slip, and that's what happened. So, possibly human relation or like I don't know. I have no clue what happened. Maybe aliens live down there, dude.
What do you
Think
know?
so?
Do you know about Pangea?
No, I do not. What is Pangea?
So that it's like you were talking about like the plate slipping. So
Yeah.
everyone thinks at one point all the continents were connected,
Really?
and that was Pangea, 300 million to 200 million years ago. So all the continents slowly drifted apart from each other.
Wow.
So everything used to be connected.
Oh. That would make sense though.
Yeah.
Like just over time.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense though. That we were all connected at some point. That's crazy.
Wait, click on that one. Before and after.
But like, yeah, obviously we had to sail the world. Yeah, well, we did have to sail the world to like find the new countries and everything and like continents, didn't we though?
Yeah, but this was like 300 million years
So
ago.
they like did like you're saying like it slipped before we even had like cavemen on this earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You ever
Wouldn't that be the same with Atlantis you were talking about earlier?
so like yeah, that was like just one like city that slipped into the ocean
Yeah.
that people think was like this city full of like gold and all this like
Mm-hmm.
it was like this like beautiful city full of money that just fell off into the ocean.
Which is crazy to think about.
And people still think a lot of people think I'll actually
That it could be a real thing.
yeah. And a lot of people are still looking for it. That was
Swallowed up by the Bermuda Triangle.
yeah.
Wait,
Didn't
so
didn't Amelia Earhart get lost in the Bermuda Triangle?
I was just gonna say that.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, so there was this tribe it was a Greek tribe, and they lived off like the islands of Greece, and so they were like one of the first civilizations to be like to build Europe up
Mhm.
basically,
Mhm.
and they were like way ahead of their time. And so there was like tsunamis that went all around the city, and like wiped out. They think it wiped out all of their food, like everything. Like they farmed like crops and stuff, and that's how they lived. And the
Mhm.
tsunami wiped out everything. But people like have theories about Atlantis and here in Greece, but people like connected their stories and are like, oh, these are actually like the same plot. Like this place could actually be what they thought Atlantis was.
Yeah.
Because Atlantis was started as like a fictional place,
Mhm.
and
So
then
so maybe they think that like Atlantis was in Greece.
yeah, like right outside of Greece, off the
Okay.
like on the islands.
That could very well make sense. You know. Yeah, that does kind of make sense. Like
A
I
lot,
could see where they were going with that. Yeah, for sure.
a lot of people think,
Well, Greece was like the richest spot back in like that time.
Mhm. Yeah, well, Europe for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a lot of people, there's a lot of people who think Atlantis could be in Antarctica too,
Mhm.
and
And maybe that's what's underneath, and that's what the
yeah,
world that they call as Atlantis. You know, like I was saying, you don't know if there's like treasure down there or something, or like a whole different civilization. But I feel like if there was a whole different civilization, like you would know by now.
I mean, we're starting to figure out more and more that there's aliens in the ocean.
Yeah, there's aliens in the ocean. That's
We locked that one in.
yeah, and that's a big one that's like really coming out. And I forget exactly the dude who was like he's worked in our government for the last like 40 years, and he's done secret programs and everything. And he was like UFOs are real, UAPs real. You know, all these things are real. They're living beneath us. You know, in the ocean, and they travel at they travel at this speed where you can't even see them. They just go to this point to this point, and a lot of presidents made good points about saying they've talked to people in the military where they're saying like they're flying in the best of best jets,
Yeah.
like flying the fastest they've ever flown in their life, breaking the sound barrier, and there's like literal things flying past them.
Yeah.
And like they've told this to other people, and like
They don't know what it is.
and that's what I'm saying. Like we put we put satellites and things like in the moon, and not in the moon, but around the Earth and like into space and everything. We can take pictures of other planets, and we can go here and here with rockets and everything. Like, who's to say that another civilization hasn't done that yet and can't get to us, or just anything in general. But the craziest thing, like I was saying earlier before we started, is that they say that the UFOs fly at like a tilt, like, and they literally like fly like downwards, which is crazy because if you like, they're moving that fast with like whatever technology they have. Like, have we been flying wrong the entire time? And we're like, and
We've been
were
just
we
doing
supposed to be
everything
flying? Were
wrong.
we supposed to be flying in spheres instead of an actual plane?
Yeah. I mean,
But like, I don't know how we would have done that, because maybe that
you'd have to have
their technology was just so far ahead of us, and that they've been, just looking at us for longer than we could have ever imagined. Because if aliens are real, like, who's to say that aliens die too? Like, you don't know if they're immortal. How'd you kill them? You take their head off? Like Michael Myers, like you gotta take his head off.
Then it'd be overpopulated.
if like
What?
if you think we ever saw aliens, you think they
They're
look
gonna
like
come none.
you think they look like the like stereotypical alien you see
Oh,
in,
I have no
like
clue.
a cartoon?
No,
Or
I
you
have no
think,
clue.
bro? I think they gotta be like. I want to like they make them look all friendly. They probably like.
Here's
you
my
ever seen,
theory,
like,
bro.
Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Imagine
bro.
them things. Just
Yeah,
drop
that's
out
what
of
I'm
the
saying.
sky.
That's
Or what if they look goofy like fucking Men in Black, John?
like some real ass like.
Yeah, like so crazy.
No, that would be like. I think my theory is that they kind of look like you ever seen like the pictures of kind of like how they animate like the devil. Like I think they kind of look like they would have like horns or something.
Yeah.
Like that's how I think of them. Like how aliens would look. You know, I don't want to come face to face with one, but
I know. I'm cool off that.
I'd be hella scared. Like I'd like it would just and the fact that you always hear about things where they could like literally just like abduct people. Like I wonder if that's like because I was talking about this before in the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about the one Chinese lady who basically came over from China. She was a scientist and she was extremely smart, and she basically created the same technology that the aliens travel with. And the Department of Defense basically gave her company $500,000, and she went on to go do this research and to do these things with her company, and basically nothing was filed that she did any research or found out anything. But at the same time, maybe the government kept that away because not only would that be extremely beneficial to civilization, like us three would not have to take a plane to go to Jamaica. I could teleport to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it also can be used for military things, and it can be used to put spies in countries. It can be used to put, whatever and whatever in any place.
A big reason why they're not like the government isn't as saying as much as they are and they're hiding it is the world will be so much different when people figure it out. Like,
Imagine
like,
someone could just teleport into your
like,
house.
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying.
Like, it would get-
people are gonna want answers, and they're not gonna have answers to give them, and people are gonna go crazy. Like it's gonna start.
Yeah. But anyways, at the end of that story, that lady supposedly went back to China, and then she disappeared. And you could look up her obituary. It says she died peacefully, with her family. I don't believe that because she literally just disappeared off the face of the earth. Nobody gives you $500,000, no research is filed, and then you just go back to China and disappear, and then one day you're just dead.
Yeah.
So, I've seen a lot of things going on, but there's been some crazy stuff, and I definitely believe aliens are living among us. I'm sure we could go on and on about it with the sightings and everything, but what's crazy to me is that have you seen that 90% of sightings are in the United States,
Yeah.
North America?
Part of
Why
me
is that?
also just makes me think that like that's only the thing because like in America, like the American society, aliens are so like
Yeah.
pumped into everything. Like you're a kid and you watch
Mhm.
stuff about aliens. It's all in like the news, everything. So I think that's like
Well, I can't lie. Like, if you're an alien and you're traveling like that many places at once, like you're gonna look at some of the countries and be like, why the hell would I go there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather go to America and like I can look at like all the cool shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much. Like, I don't know. There's cool stuff everywhere, but like, I feel like- I
if
feel
you're
like-
an alien
I
just
feel like if you were an
strolling
alien.
Earth, I mean, I don't think they're really caring about what shit looks like.
No, I don't know, but like I feel like, but like you never know though. Like maybe they're like popping out to the football games and like just like from all the way up above, just like watching. And like these bulls are bums. Like I could go out there and throw 80 yards.
so you telling me the aliens witnessed LeBron's
Yes.
whole career?
Yeah, they did. The aliens have been watching sports forever, dude. They know everybody. Trust me, they're real ball knowers for sure.
They
You
got-
could ask them any question. They
do
know.
got them big ass
Now
noggins.
here's not to change the subject.
No, go
but
ahead.
we're kind of changing the subject here.
No, go ahead.
Now, on a level of aliens, there's other categories like like
Ghostbusters.
no. We're talking about like how people say like people are like lizards, like people in the government are like lizards, how they're wearing
Oh
like
yeah, like
fake,
the lizard people.
yeah, like
Oh.
they're connected with the Illuminati and like everything like that.
But like, what about like? I mean, we definitely run like, like there's test subjects too. Like some people are like, like you don't know if people are like being like taken and like trafficked, and then like basically like used as like a guinea pig. You know what I'm saying? Like I know they do that to like animals and everything, but like
Doing it to a person.
yeah, what if you did that to a person? Like you made them like I don't know. Who knows? That's another theory. Like you never.
Yeah, they claim shape-shifting reptilian aliens control Earth by taking on human form and gaining political power to manipulate human societies.
Yeah, it's insane. That's crazy work,
Telling you, man.
bro. Imagine waking up the next morning, your skin's green, and you're 7'8".
Yeah, but they're shapeshifters though, so they can be whatever they want.
That's
If they want to look
crazy.
like if they want to look like Kamala Harris, they can. If they want to look like Donald Trump, they can.
They can be anybody they wanted to.
Anybody they want, I guess.
That's crazy though. Like, how is that even a thing? How can you shapeshift?
They're not people.
They're
It's
aliens.
aliens, bro.
That's scary, dude.
That's scary to think about.
Like, imagine I wasn't sitting next to you guys. It was the alien. And you're just sitting on my podcast talking about the aliens.
What if I just like crawled out of my skin right now?
I don't know, dude. I'd probably end the podcast. I'd probably end the podcast. Go to sleep.
What if I was just a chill ass alien though?
Chill alien. Chile alien, though? Yeah, kind of. I guess we can move on to, like, you guys have any? You guys have any conspiracy theories you want to talk about? I feel like I've been talking about it a lot.
I mean, we've covered a decent amount.
Yeah, before the podcast, I talked about the tunnels beneath the earth, and like how like you could like lead to like different like cities and everything like with tunnels. Like obviously you could do that in the sewer, but I'm
Like,
talking about like
Across
actual
it,
like
like underneath the ocean.
yeah, like and I'm talking about like you
I
know
think that would be sick.
like that would be
That would
crazy.
be crazy. That would be.
But have you heard about like the tunnels like in LA
No.
where like all like the famous and like rich people like drive to like avoid traffic and everything,
What?
and then they just like randomly pop out at like a spot. Yeah, dude. Look it up real quick. It's like LA tunnels. Underground. LA
Now-
tunnels
Now,
underground.
while he's looking that up, have you heard about New York and how there's like an old city underneath of New York?
No.
Like how like some people like walk and the curb will like the sidewalk will like collapse in, and underneath is like a full like city.
See, like and I believe in that stuff, dude. Like I believe there's stuff underneath us, you
Yeah,
know?
I believe it.
Cuz you're just building on top of stuff.
Yeah.
What's this?
It's the actors tunnel. Conspiracy
Yeah.
theory that claims Hollywood's biggest stars have access to a private underground highway beneath LA.
Originally built to connect theaters and studios, it's rumored to have expanded into a vast exclusive network allowing celebrities to travel across the city and see. It's crazy, dude. So like literally like
So
you
how do you get into it?
that's what I'm saying. Like and nobody knows.
Well, clearly,
Like it's never
celebrities
like
do.
it's never been like
You gotta,
known.
like follow them. Don't be a
Yeah, but like they
stalker,
just
but, like,
disappear and then just pop out.
Wait, there's a rumor. Diddy had a secret underground tunnel to the Playboy Mansion.
I heard he also had a tunnel to Michael Jackson's house,
I
but
did also hear that.
I think that's not true because
They were neighbors.
no, I don't think that's yeah,
Oh yeah, debunked.
but Michael Jackson was way older than Diddy.
Yeah, but he was around when Diddy was still big. Diddy was big,
It's true.
big all the way from the '90s to like.
Diddy was
Now.
big during Tupac and stuff
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but did you hear about the how Diddy killed Tupac?
Yeah, that's another theory.
Got him killed.
Biggie.
Yeah.
Diddy had both of them killed.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that and I forget when the one I've heard is that when who's killed for or when Tupac was
Tupac.
killed. Oh, so like in revenge, they said like Diddy killed Tupac, and like all of the people close with Tupac were like, oh, Diddy did it, and so to get back at him, they were trying to kill they were trying to kill Diddy the night that Biggie got killed, thinking that Diddy was in the car with him, but Diddy was in the different car behind him, and they shot the wrong car. So really, it was supposed to be Diddy who got shot and not Biggie.
Damn.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy work. So what was it about? Diddy has a tunnel to where? The Playboy Mansion?
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think that was debunked.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. Cuz I was about to say there's no way.
I have another conspiracy.
Go ahead.
Now this is a show that everybody's watched everywhere. The
Mhm.
Simpsons. You
Mm.
know how they always talk about how they predict the future.
I like where
Everything
you're going with this.
Everything they have on there, it's always happened or it's predicted, and people are still looking like waiting for dates to pop up
No, I feel that for sure.
because it's definitely they predicted the Super Bowl the one year.
They predicted everything.
Dude, they predicted COVID. They like remember like the episode of like how they had the bubble and everything? Like not the episode, but like the movie of like how we were all entrapped in the bubble like like apparently that was supposed to represent like COVID.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like everyone was like entrapped in their
Yeah.
own little dome and you couldn't go anywhere.
Exactly.
They predicted Trump being president, which like when that episode came out, there was like no one ever thought that Trump would run for president.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Yeah, they have. There was like when Trump was in a mall, and they were like filming going down the escalator. There was a girl standing above him, and she had a sign, and she dropped the sign, and it landed weird, like on its side, like kind of on the corner. In the Simpsons episode, same exact scene, like they were like reenacting it. Trump going down, like this was before it too. So I
Wow.
shouldn't say reenacting it. This was before like the actual in real life thing came out. It was that in the episode, and the sign lands the same exact way. Everything
That's insane.
crazy.
That's insane. No, the Simpsons really did predict it a lot. Like it was and like the more and more that comes out, like it keeps getting linked to a Simpsons episode, which is so weird, dude. Because like, how do you like how do you even predict that? It just doesn't even make any sense. But I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. I mean, there's just like endless things they predicted.
This list just goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's just absurd, dude. The murder hornets.
The Biden-Harris presidency.
Yeah, literally everything.
Nah, that's crazy.
Here, what did the Simpsons predict for 2026?
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's a video.
Yeah, it's a video. We're not playing that. Copyright. Get copyrighted. God, I gotta stretch my back. At 52 minutes, you feel me? Talking about
52.
conspiracy theories.
Dude, it went by pretty fast. 52 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay. We could run it for a little longer. I'm actually enjoying these conspiracy theories right now.
Wow, this is
Kind of makes you a
great.
little like creepy jeepy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go home at night.
Gets the goosebumps.
You know, Rex has trouble getting up his staircase like all the time. Like he tries to go up the stairs and he just trips every single time he goes up the same exact stairs.
Every
And-
time.
Every single time. No, like I'm serious. Every single time. I've seen it in person, at least several. You know,
It was. I think you put some Diddy baby oil. on my
the
stairs.
baby oil on the stairs. Yeah, it touched your feet and made you real nauseous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I got you. Yeah.
I got like, it's not really a theory, but like some that's like current event, or it could turn into a theory. But you seen like these Elon Musk robots, like the One X robots?
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, they say like as you talk to it more, it gets to know you more and understand how you behave, and like as you grow, the robot grows too and becomes smarter.
Yeah.
Like, these things are crazy, and this is how it all starts. This is how they take over the world with robots, because eventually the robot's gonna become smarter than us.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah, like they program these
Robots
robots to
aren't
get smarter
computers.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
like
So, computers are so sophisticated as they are.
Yeah, like
Like,
AI,
it's-
like AI is already so advanced from when like even just like a couple years ago now, like Chat GPT came out and that was like a big thing, and that was just like you typing in stuff and it types something back to you. But now
Yeah.
like you could sit there and have a full on conversation with a robot, and it's like talking to a real person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's only in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking to Siri for years.
Well, they say
Yeah.
Elon's not a real person as it is.
And they've also been saying for years that like they put like the listening and like camera on your phone and like literally like listen like and basically they say that like when you turn your phone off at night and you go to sleep at least 30 minutes in the night it takes all of the things you have done for that day like all of the social media things you've done what you liked what apps you use and all this and they basically send all of that information to all the big enterprises that like run America and they have like all your information and everything of what you like do on your phone like all the time like whatever you click like it takes like I don't know. They say like it does it like during your sleep, like, and you won't even know.
Wow.
You know, like it's literally a thing that your phone is listening to you all the time.
Yeah.
Think about it. When you have like your Hey Siri on, like
It's
Mhm.
gotta be
say
listening.
you
Yeah.
say you
Mhm.
say Hey Siri, your phone's gotta be. How would your phone know to listen to you?
Dude,
it has to be listening. all
I
the
could
time.
talk. I could talk about some type of like food restaurant, and not even 15 minutes later, like I'll see
Oh,
an
yeah.
ad for it.
Yep.
And it's every single time too. Like it's not even a joke. Like it's on the regular. So like I know for sure. Like, I mean, it's not like I don't care that much. Like, what are you gonna do to me? But I'm just scrolling and liking shit.
I'm just a chill guy.
I'm just a chill guy, bro. I'm just sitting in my bed liking stuff. Like, what do you want from me? All right, okay, take it easy, pal. Um, a great conspiracy theory. I wanted to bring this up earlier, but I just forgot. But I remember now that the mafia. You know how like the mafia was like, they were obviously bigger back then, but like I still think that the mafia like plays some part still in like
Oh, yeah, there's
what goes
still,
on.
Like a mafia.
You
in
know what I'm
every,
saying?
Like, major city. Yeah.
Yeah, like New York, like Philly. Of course there's Los Angeles. There's others obviously. Like you can name like Chicago. There's probably some. Ohio, Boston. Boston's definitely a big one. Like Massachusetts is definitely.
I think there's definitely like still like mobs.
Oh yeah, there
Everything like that.
1000% is.
I think like just because like where we live, like
Mhm.
the Philly mob, like it's not as like what it used to
Yeah.
be. But like I know in like other countries and like
Mhm.
other states even, like they're still really big with it, but just not as much.
Well, you know what? You know how we talked about the other day, like how we were saying it would be so hard to invade the United States. Not saying that you couldn't, but it would be extremely, extremely hard. But that doesn't mean that you can't ship certain things to ports all over, America because we're surrounded by water.
Yeah.
We have imports and outports and goods come in every single day, everywhere
Yeah.
across, every single state that's, on the water. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hearing.
So they can be transporting, drugs, guns. They could transport literally anything. But I definitely do think that, there is some mafia and some mobs that still run some things and higher ups obviously. But I also think that the government knows this. Like
Oh yeah.
we're not dumb. Like we're a very very smart. We're in 2024. Like the technology that we have, obviously. I mean, we're still behind the aliens, but the technology that we have is top of the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at what's in front of your face right now.
Oh yeah, dude. This is $45 mic. This is beautiful right here.
I'm talking about the thing that looks like it belongs in a spaceship.
Oh yeah, this thing definitely does belong in a spaceship. I don't even know half the buttons on this thing. So if my producer was here, Andy Takach, maybe he's watching the video. I pay this guy $150 every podcast. He doesn't even show up, dude. He just takes my money. I don't even know why I'm friends with the guy anymore. $150 a podcast. He doesn't even edit it. Doesn't do anything. Terrible friend. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out Andy. I'm trying to look through some more stuff. Why did I just see Jack the Ripper?
Do you think birds are real?
Birds are real?
I think
What about-
pigeons
what
are
about-
real.
What about like the robots and the birds and they watch us?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Look. You ever seen the picture of what they look like?
No. Go ahead, look it up. Here, you turn towards it.
And they sit on the power lines to charge.
No.
that?
Stop.
Think
Are you
about
for real?
Think about that.
No. That's a crazy conspiracy. They sit on the power lines to charge, but that makes sense because they do sit on the power lines.
All the fucking time.
Wireless antenna, microphone, speaker, CPU, battery, inductive charging. What the?
And their jaws wrap around.
I wish we
the
could pop
power
this up on
lines, so
screen.
Think about that, dude. Is that a pigeon?
Some type of bird that.
That looks like a pigeon.
But like, how
That
How
looks
do
like
you-
fake, dude.
how do you put that inside stuffed feathers?
Yeah, I don't know.
You just glue the feathers on the outside. What do you want to do?
Really,
It's
dude?
like a wig, baby.
So basically, like, so your theory is that like it's literally like all metal, and then they basically just take feathers and just put it on it.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. But not metal, actually. Like it'd probably be like
It'd be metal, and then probably like a bodysuit around it.
maybe
and then
yeah.
feathers.
So like when if you
Like
kill
it
a
looks,
bird,
it
you
looks
know,
the shape.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel you.
But I don't ever see the like dead birds all the time. I don't always see like
I've had birds fly into
Well,
my
like-
window and die,
well like
and they think my window's open. Like-
yeah that's true.
That's how I
a
know-
regular
that's how I
bird.
know
Have
some
you
birds
ever
are
seen
real.
A dead pigeon?
No,
You haven't.
I probably haven't.
no, I don't
I've seen
think.
a pigeon fly into my screen door and then pop back up. Right
I've seen
away.
like 3 foot long
Pop
rats.
back up right away. That's crazy.
I've seen 3 foot long rats in Philly,
Yeah,
South
that's
Philly.
crazy.
Seen them running across the sidewalks and shit. I'm like,
Those
bro,
little
what?
cats.
Dude, they're no, like seriously though, like Philly's got some giant rats. I've seen
So
some.
does New York. Apparently New York's be looking
New
for
York's
fucking
nasty though.
Tiny dogs.
No offense to New York, but like, I like the city. I've been there, but it's definitely nasty.
Definitely.
CIA sent out pigeons with secret cameras to gather intelligence during the Cold War. No way.
So like people during the Cold War, people were like getting put on trial for being communists during like the Cold War.
Yeah.
Like if you there was suspicion that you were a communist, you were getting put on trial for like basically going against the government. So people think that they sent out pigeons to listen into people's conversations and see if they were communist or not.
Mm.
Conspiracy. I can't even spell right now. Falsely claim. I was trying to see.
Like people saying World War II is fake.
Yeah, like
there's
like
people that like don't believe in the Holocaust.
okay. We believe in the Holocaust here.
Yeah, we don't even have to get into that.
We
That's
definitely
crazy.
believe in the Holocaust.
There's actually people that do not.
No, no,
believe
no.
that it
The,
happened.
no, the Holocaust entirely happened. Like 10 million people died.
Yeah.
Like plus, including my ancestors. That's how we know it's real. They were there. They told me. No, I'm just kidding. No, like I definitely know it's real. I'm not like particularly Jewish, but like my father's side is Jewish. I don't talk to my father, so like we
No
can.
discrimination against religion.
Yeah, I don't no
Here?
no discrimination against religion. We don't discriminate around here, but yeah, no, the Holocaust was definitely a real thing. Hitler was a real person, so I mean, but what about the conspiracy theory of Hitler was like they could have killed like Hitler as a kid or something? What was? Didn't you hear about that? Like they like
I don't know.
something about like they could have killed like Hitler like when he was a baby.
That's like a hypothetical question that people ask. Like, so like you were teleported into time when Hitler was a baby.
Yeah.
Like you're standing in front of him. Would you kill him? But people like say in that time it just looks like you're killing a baby. People don't know he's gonna be
Yeah, that's
Hitler.
true.
So
I'd whack that baby. I'd.
So-
but then you're probably in jail. For
Nah,
this. You're-
nah.
So you're sacrificing your life.
No, I would probably steal the baby first.
You'd steal Hitler.
Yo, I
Yes.
think there's an actual like conspiracy on that. You should look that up.
About the Hitler kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
It
think
had
they.
something to do with like a different war.
I think because, well, apparently, like, one of his parents were Jewish, I believe, or something, and that's how, like, I don't even know.
Tell you, look it up. I think it had something to do with a different war. He was a kid.
Hitler was born in a small town in Australia. There is no evidence for the legend that this identified grandfather. Wait, he was the son. Hitler's father was an illegitimate child, and is uncertain who his father was. There's no evidence. I thought he was.
You know what's crazy to me is that Hitler's just not even from Germany.
No,
They let him
Australia.
Austria,
Austria, sorry.
and they just let him take over the country.
Was Hitler almost killed in World War One?
Oh, so like someone could have shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine being that. Dude.
Wait. What year was he born? Okay, so someone spared his life, basically.
So I was right during the war.
Yeah,
Yeah,
during the war,
World
but he
War
was
One.
very, very young. Like, he wasn't even like anything yet. Like,
So
he was just
like a
he
kid.
was just a young soldier. Yes, exactly. He was a kid, basically. Because this he was born in 1889.
And this was in World War One.
Yes, and it said he spared his life in 1918. So he was literally just a kid.
Yeah.
20 years old.
Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know about the kid thing.
No, I've heard like that hypothetical.
Yeah, it might have just been a hypothetical thing where I was just wait, how a 4-year-old Adolf Hitler was saved from Wait. If my computer could load, I mean, that would be awesome too. As we sit here in the silence. What do you think about Adolf Hitler? Would you have killed him if he was a kid? Would you have whacked him, Rex?
Maybe if I knew what would have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. You're going back in time.
If
Yeah,
I'm
like
in a
you
time
already
machine,
you
if
already
I-
knew.
Yeah, you
If
have
I
a
just
time
left
machine.
Costco with a new time machine and I'm about to hop in that, I'm definitely doing it.
The new
time
machine is
But how do you- Then you start getting into, like, what if you mess with time and you kill Hitler and that changes the way the whole world goes? So that means you were
Take that
probably
3 more
you were
seconds.
probably never born. What? How do you
Why
think?
would I not be born?
But then, because you changed what happened in time, so then, as time goes on, one little thing in time. Think about it. Your parents could have about had you, and something fell in the kitchen, and they had to go grab it, and then you were never born.
Wow.
One little change.
Yeah, that's true.
So what if you went back in time,
but I
and then
don't
you came
think-
back and
I
you
don't
just weren't a
think
real person?
Hitler and the Holocaust had anything to do with my family.
But
that
every-
insane.
It's like a domino
But like
effect.
so, exactly, but that's like if I were to go and like mess something up
Okay.
in time, like doing something myself.
So here's the thing that I wanted to look up earlier. Do you guys believe that our history, over time has like been rewritten for them to think like the United States, I don't know, like had like do you believe that we have won every single war like they have said? Every war that we've been in. We've been in several
I
too.
don't think like you win a war.
I was just about to say.
No, but like history's been rewritten to say that we were benefits in all the wars though.
I mean, I think we didn't take as much of a hurt as the other sides did, but
Yeah.
I don't think we gained really anything out of it. I mean,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
as maybe in some wars we gained more than others, but
Well, it says here, the United States has engaged in several wars that resulted in minimal gain or outright loss for the U.S. These include conflicts like the War of 1812, which was, they were shooting they were putting the gunpowder in the guns and, shooting them. You feel me? That was 1812. The Korean War, and then, of course, the Vietnam War, which I think we, like, flat out like got our asses kicked in the Vietnam War, but I mean, we put in some damage too. I mean,
But then
we fought against some crazy
you're
mofos.
thinking in any war how many you're losing your own people.
Oh yeah, no,
Tons of
100%. Yeah, Vietnam. We could look it up right now.
Dude, they had like the most wicked traps too, like
Oh my,
to kill you, dude.
oh my God,
like
dude!
booby
Like,
traps.
oh my God, like bear traps and shit. Like
Dude,
they would
yeah,
like,
they'd have like pits with spikes in them.
you know,
you'd
like
fall into
like
them.
Frost Rainbow Six Siege. Like you'd step on the map. Like that's what they would have like in
Yeah,
fields and shit. Like
yeah,
take your whole leg off.
literally.
The Vietnam War death toll is estimated to be around 3.8 million casualties in total. Not all of these were military personnel, and nearly half of the deaths of the Vietnam War were the deaths of civilians caught in the fighting. Wow.
That's the craziest part.
Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. How many U.S. soldiers died in Vietnam? 58,220. Whoo, damn.
That's a lot of people.
Damn, the Civil War. Holy Lord. The Civil War, they lost 620,000 people.
I mean, that also makes sense because both sides were fighting against each other.
Well, yeah,
So
you're right.
everyone was.
It was like,
American.
yeah, it was literally like everybody.
Yeah.
World War II, we lost 405,399. World War One, we lost 116,516. And then Vietnam, 58,209. So yeah, we've been in some sorry. You guys kind of have anything to add on these conspiracy theories anymore?
Well, just one last thing. I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not.
Yeah,
but
go ahead, dude.
it's came, up a couple times on my TikTok over in Haiti, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have they do a lot of voodoo and
Mhm.
they have witches and stuff, and they call them Haitian zombies. And it's like a person dies, and if you know one of them witches, or that's what they call them, witches or whatever. If you know one, they go to the dead body, and you're supposed to dig it up but leave them where they are, and they do some type of spell and do some all this crazy stuff,
What?
and the person comes back, but they can't be in the sunlight, and they're not the same person, they're just an animal.
What the hell?
Yeah,
No, I've never heard about that.
maybe do some research on that.
My God,
I
just
know,
kick
I'm
the whole
sorry.
table.
Sorry, dude.
I will do some research on that.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah,
that's
I
like,
think everybody should, because
I
this
think,
is a
I think we
crazy
definitely need to do a part 2 for this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conspiracies to
This could
talk
go on
about.
all day.
Oh no, we could literally run this podcast for 3 hours, but you know,
We'll find some new conspiracies too.
yeah, we definitely gotta do some more
ourselves.
research. You feel me? Because
This is
there's
just the
just
tip of the
there's so many. You can't touch. We can't touch about everything. We didn't even talk about like that Titanic.
Yeah.
The Titanic, like that's a crazy one too. So, looking forward to part 2. This is episode 3 of Just Live Sports. Again, I'm your host Ted. To the left of me, I got Brown, and to the far left, I got Rex. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's gonna be an episode next week. I know we missed last week, but hopefully we're gonna be back and running. I've been having some mic issues, so, and then hopefully we can get 4 people on too, and we're gonna talk about some more conspiracies. But, peace.